point of RNG is simple. I have a list of retro consoles and a giant library of games. I put the list of consoles into random.org, then have Launchbox randomly select from the list of games I have for that console. When I have a game selected, we'll look up a bit about the game, then jump right into it. Today's random console is the Game Boy Advanced. Alright, Launchbox, select me a random game, please. Today's randomly selected game is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. This is the second game in the Tony Hawk series of sports games, and it was developed by Neversoft and published by Activision in 2000. It was first released for the Sony PlayStation, with subsequent ports to the N64, the Sega Dreamcast, the Game Boy Advanced, Mac OS, Microsoft Windows, Xbox, and iOS. The game received widespread critical acclaim and remains one of the highest rated video games of all time. Today we'll be taking a look at the Game Boy Advanced port of the game. The Game Boy Advanced version by Vicarious Vision received particular acclaim for being an accurate translation of the series, translating the 3D gameplay into an isometric format. Alrighty then, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. This is going to be an interesting game for me. When I got my Game Boy Advanced, was the very first game I played for it. This was the only game that I had for my GBA, and the characters look horrible, but it's accurate. It's shockingly accurate. The Dreamcast versions are probably the best looking version. Oh, come on, kitty. Not right now. The Dreamcast versions are probably the best looking versions of this game. The PC version probably is next, only because it's a PC. And the only thing at the time that got remotely close was probably the Dreamcast, considering this never came to PS2. Now, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, granted, did end up coming to still PCs and all that. I guess this came to Xbox, although albeit a part of a specific game pack. You couldn't buy it on its own. But assuming you could get that version, I would assume that that's the best looking version. We're going to go with Bob Burnquist here. He's an all-around regular skater. So yeah, assuming you could get that version. It's been a while since I played this. Okay, my buttons are mapped differently than they should be. Okay. It's going to take me a minute to get reused to this. My buttons are all messed up. Give me one moment. Alrighty then. Okay, we're here. We're back. I got my buttons fixed. So this was, like I said, an interesting game for me, as it was my first GBA game. And it's, oh god, very different than, it's very different than the console versions, granted, but when I was a kid, you know, when this was all you had to play, right? I mean, okay, so there's the hold down button to get faster. That's how we do that. Okay. Okay, so I use L and R to grab. There we go. And then L is to flip. R is to grab. L is to flip. Damn it. I held the button that I would normally hold to grind. Which is not the same button. Getting the isometric view to get those letters is a little off. Otherwise, this is a legitimately decent port of this game. You have to remember, this is essentially SNES hardware that this game is running on. With that said, you know, that's extremely impressive, not oppressive. That was a damn it, I keep doing that when I not want to. Okay, so I didn't actually complete any of the challenges, I don't think. High score, okay, but I got a little bit of money out of it. That's all right. I just gotta get back into the groove of using these buttons, because oh my god, these buttons are very antiquated, or rather I should say truncated. I mean, they're going from a full controller at the time, you know, N64, PlayStation 1, and DualShock PlayStation 1, mind you, Dreamcast, original Xbox, PC, which is the king of buttons, to the Game Boy Advance, and this was also on the Game Boy Color. This was, but not even remotely the same way. It was most games, you know, that went from console to Game Boy Color or Game Boy were altered. Like it only shared the game name in the same. It only shared the game name. It didn't share sometimes, usually, the gameplay. Sometimes it shared the gameplay, but just in a different form factor. So, you know, if it was a 3D platformer, sometimes it went to a 2D platformer instead. So this was very much one of the first times, if not the first time. No, I couldn't say the first time, because Mr. Nuts went from 2D platforming to 2D platforming on the smaller screen, just in a smaller version. But I want to say that this is the first time where they tried really hard to nail 3D gameplay like this. There's probably other times, yes. This isn't probably the only time. This is just, I think this is the most notable for me, if not period, because it got really damn close. Okay, so let's nail that. We got the S out of that too, so. Oh, almost got the 100. The music, not the greatest, but again, we're going from a real soundtrack to this. Okay, got that hang time gap. Let's get this barrel. Let's get that barrel. All right, and let's see if we can't get the letters now. All right, I can do my shove it. That's grinding. Damn. So it's really weird. In order to grind, it's the same button to grind as it is to grab the vert lip, but it's like I have to. I don't know. It's really weird. The controls are not the greatest, but it's still Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which is the weird thing. Okay, so that's, and then do I? Nope, that's just the jump. I'm trying to clear this gap here. Go get a little speed. Oh, nope, go that way instead. All right. Okay, so we're missing K and T. Somehow. Now, it doesn't feel like I'm getting a lot of speed, which is okay. I'm not gonna make it. I don't remember where the other letters are, and I didn't. Damn. I didn't make that. Oh, the music is still good though. That hasn't changed somehow. It's truncated in a different style, But, okay, there we go. That's one way to do the grab. Oh, almost got the letter there. Oh, there's the K. Need this A, though. The letters are usually in a pattern. So for me, it's like, you know, for this one, it's go over the vert pipe, go up there, and then come over this helicopter, this plane, which I can't seem to nail. Let's get a little speed. Nope, then let's miss it all together. There we go. Okay, let's grab that 50 bucks. We'll grab the wings, even though I don't think I'm going to be doing that in this one. Ow! In this one. Okay, so let's shove it here. We'll come down and grind. So, I used to skate in the 90s. I wasn't that good, but I used to. So I know a lot of the terminology. I know a lot of the moves. So this was a world that I loved skating. I wasn't that very good at it, but I loved to skate. Oh, hey, there we go. Okay, so our special meter is up. When your special meter is up, that means you get a lot more speed. Can I clear this gap? I probably can if I buy some more speed in the shop. What the fuck did I just do? I like flew into the... I don't know what that was. It's pitiful. Granted, I haven't played this in a very, 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 very long time. But it's still fun. So I don't remember where the secret tape is. I believe it's over the big half pipe. Nose grind over the pipe. I need to figure out how to nose grind first before I can do that. I mean, I know how to in the regular game. I keep trying to do like the controls for that game. Since I'm playing on a PS4 controller, it feels like very natural to just go back to that. I don't have, it's not like I was playing on a GBA where I don't physically have the buttons to do it. So, it's like, God damn it. All right. Let's get some extra speed. Bam. Could also buy a new board, but the board's fine for now. We'll just do the extra speed. So this game does not look the prettiest. But I believe that it does translate very well into what the console counterparts were. Okay, also forgot to figure out how to... Here, let's end this run real quick. Let's... Wait, these are my specials. Damn it. These aren't regular moves. Well, it's good to know my specials, though. Up, down, A is to BS rocket tail slide. 1 foot Smith is the right down A, and the rocket air is left down R. Okay, well, those are good to know, but those aren't the regular moves. Let's see if I can do this then. Yes! All right. Got that one. I did figure out how to nose grind. Assuming that was it. So let's grab these barrels. There's one down in here. There's one here. And then there's going to be one over here. And then one over there. Okay, wow, I actually cleared that. Not bad. The secret tape actually in this level in the console version is through here, but there's no way to get outside through that area. Not in this. So I don't know where they hid the secret tape in this one. Let's try to get the score now that I've at least cleared the barrels. I want to clear the gaps. I know where the gaps are, but... Okay. Let's try to get it by special. It was... left... Bam! Rocket air, baby! Alright, well I did a special, so at least I did that. Hold it. Yep. Oh, here I go. I'm going out. Oh! I revert back to having fun with this game, though. That's the beauty. Even though that it's a truncated version of the game that you knew. Like, there's something magical about this game. Even now, I'm still pulling off the same tricks that I could in the console versions. Like, there's something magical about that. Like, the buttons are starting to click a little bit better with me now. I don't know. I love the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. I love all of them, including when they went off the rails and started to do like open world story things. Like, even those were still fun because you strip away all the story, which just added more things to do, and you strip away the weird stuff that they had you do later on, which was still kind of fun. You strip that away and you still had Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. You still had what made the game fun. You still had the arcadey, but like kind of realistic controls. Not as realistic as getting on a plastic skateboard and skating in your living room. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Skate, or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Tony Hawk Skate, whatever it's called. Not as realistic as that, or actually getting on a real damn skateboard. But if you're like me and you love skateboarding, but you can't skateboard, this is your next best step. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, probably best on the PlayStation 1 because of the music. Technically speaking, the N64 version looks better, but the music is very muted, and there's less tracks because of the cart format restrictions. I don't think the first one came out on anything other than those two and the Game Boy Color. It did come out on the Game Boy Color, but I don't think it came out on anything else other than those three platforms. That's probably the best place for you to play that. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, the original Xbox, the Dreamcast, or the PC. Probably the three best places to play it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, PS2 or Xbox, probably the PC, because I believe they all started coming out for the PC. At least 2, 3, and 4 did. I don't know if 1 did. If the first one came out on PC, that would probably be the best place to play it too. But I know 2, 3, and 4 did. PC would probably be the best place to play those. 3 and 4, probably the PS2 or the Xbox. 2, Dreamcast or Xbox, probably the best places to play those. And let's just stick it to the original 4. As far as sound goes, they tried to cover... I think they tried to adequately cover the songs in this game. They tried, right? Wasn't much... They can't really put regular music into this game. Also, I didn't nose grind over the pipe. Was it that one that I needed to do? Oh, damn it, I want to nail this. I was going to end the video, but I want to nail this. There we go. Now I actually nailed it. So yeah, they tried to get the music right. You can hear it. Doesn't sound bad, but like mute it and just play your regular music if you're going to play this version of the game. If you're going to play the regular version of the game, God, there's so much good music in it. A lot of ska. The first 3 had a lot of ska, and I really appreciated that. I think that's where my love of ska comes from now. Goldfinger's Superman. I believe it's in number 2, or is it in the first one? Oh, so good. I still listen to that song to this day. it is magical, this game. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I grew up in the 90s and it's probably lost a lot of its magic nowadays, but I don't care. It still is a very magical game to me, and that's all that matters, folks. So if you guys like this episode, please consider subscribing. I do RNG twice a week. If you liked this format of a show, then I do this twice a week. Subscribing would be beneficial. You will get notified when this episode goes live, or when these episodes go live. As well, I do other Let's Plays and content for my channel, so if you liked my voice or you think that it would be something that you would like and enjoy, subscribing would be beneficial for that as well. Remember, guys, play more games, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.